Hey YouTube, I'm Daver.
I'm Jer.
And we're the
Fragrance Bros!
This time we're kicking off another kind of, like we did niche month for December.
Yeah.
And this time we're going to try to do more of those type of themes for month-long or multi-month long.
Yeah.
And this time for the next 2 months, we're going to be reviewing The House of Thierry Mugler.
Why don't we call it the Thierry Mugler Anthology?
Ooh, I like it.
TMA.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And we don't have all the fragrances just because they're like a ton of female fragrances that we don't have.
Yeah.
And we might see about possibly doing a couple of female fragrances reviews on Thierry Mugler. We want to try.
Totally.
So be on the lookout for that, ladies.
Yes.
And ladies.
Ladies.
But and then we don't have access to some of their private line, the Miroir series or whatever like that.
Yeah.
We have one sample of that. Maybe we'll save that for a different time.
I think it's maybe unisex though. On their website, they're listed as women's or unisex.
Okay.
Not as men.
Okay.
So we might be in the clear.
Okay. Cool. But mostly this is the very famous, most famous of their line, which is mostly their Amen line.
Yeah.
So we're going to be reviewing that, and of course, Iceman, Sun Essence, and Mugler Cologne. Mugler.
Mugler.
That's right.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, let's kick it off. This time, of course, it's going to be the first, most famous one, which is Angel Men.
Angel Man. Front and center.
Yeah, that's right. Metal flask.
Titties.
That's right.
We got a great deal on those.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Sure.
Anyway, date introduced was 1996.
Really?
I didn't know it's that old.
What is that? 14, 13 years? I can't count.
My brain's not working right now.
16 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's that old.
Held up well.
Yeah, it's still modern.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. Classified as, of course, a gourmand.
The first isn't considered for a lot of people.
I don't know.
One of the biggest and first.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I have to look into that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know much about the history of gourmands, really.
I know it was groundbreaking at the time of a release.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's still groundbreaking. It's still modern.
Yeah.
You still can't smell that on many people.
Yeah. Still a lot of dudes won't rock that.
Nope. That's right. Anyway, notes are bergamot, helonia, lavender, peppermint, coffee bean, tar, patchouli, tonka bean, vanilla, caramel, chocolate, and musk.
Yep.
What'd you get out of longevity out of this?
It's a beast mode! It's the beast of the beast modes, man.
Yeah.
For me, it's one of the most beastly colognes that I've ever worn.
Yeah.
It stays strong and thick and stronger, better, faster. Stuff does not quit.
I would say on me it's probably excellent. I didn't get quite the beastly longevity that I was expecting.
Yeah.
However, it does to me verge, like it's going in that direction of beast mode, but to me it usually stays in the excellent range. If that makes any sense.
It doesn't.
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't. But you know what I'm saying anyway.
It's kind of riding the fence there.
Yeah, it is. It's mostly excellent. I mean, I wouldn't mind beast, but
it smells good on you. So
yeah. What about projection?
it's pretty excellent projection. I wouldn't say it's beast, but it's out there. You leave a pretty serious wake when you're wearing this stuff.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say it's beast. Beast. On me, it's beast.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wear about 2 or 3 sprays of this.
Where do you spray?
I spray on the neck and then my hair,
Mm-hmm.
and then it depends.
Okay.
I'll change it up, but usually it's like the neck right here on the chest.
Yeah.
And then and the hair definitely, and then maybe on the back of the neck.
No arms?
Not usually, but that's just for this one. I do like to do arms, but for this, I haven't just because it's more of a cold weather fragrance.
Yeah.
So if I wear it on my arms, you're not going to smell it if I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt.
Roger.
So
okay.
Anyway, but yeah, to me, projection is beast. Like I'll wear 2 or 3 sprays, and seriously, people 20 feet away are like, "Man, you smell good." So,
all right.
Yeah.
That qualifies.
That's like a cloud. That cloud is like a cumulonimbus.
That's right.
Of angel men.
That's right. That's right. That's a thunderhead right there.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, let's see. Season. I would say this is probably best for fall and winter. I say this can go day or night.
Yeah.
And I would really almost wear this any season, to be honest.
You're probably in the minority.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think fall and winter for the most part. You could wear it in the spring and summer if you were very careful with it.
Yeah.
But I think it works for day or night. I don't think it's specific to one particular part of the day.
Yeah, I agree. It has a certain casualness about it that can be used for the daytime, but then it also has a certain mystery about it, which is good for nighttime. So it's kind of best of both worlds in that case.
Sure.
Purpose, I would say it's very casual, but can be used as formal. And I think this is a good date scent, to be honest.
I think so too if you're careful with it.
Yeah.
You don't want to choke your chick out and everything like that.
Yeah. Well, you might be into that.
Never know. Feel her out first. Don't just show up with the rope. Ask her first. No, yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's strong, so you have to be careful. But yeah, I think it's definitely not going to be something she's probably smelled before.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's good.
Yeah. What does this remind you of?
You know, I'm gonna spray it while we're talking.
Sure.
Since I can't prepare it. I know that the opening is famous for that tar note, but to me it almost smells soapy in a way.
Okay. That's probably the mint, I bet.
Maybe
or
so.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe some other stuff in there,
Such a great fragrance.
like bergamot. But I can see what you mean.
The caramel to me is really, really prominent. I get a lot of caramel. I get a lot of vanilla. A lot of patch. And it reminds me of, I don't know, not of any specific thing.
Yeah.
It's weird to me. I can't put a pin in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of notes. It's very complex to me, but it makes me feel clean when I wear it. I don't know. That's all I can really say about it.
I can see what you mean. I mean, this is a really unique fragrance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to kind of pin down. To me, this was when I first started with Thierry Mugler fragrances. I kind of had some of them kind of had to grow on me, even pure malt. But this to me is love at first sniff. Like when I smelled this, I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing! It's so unique.
Yeah.
And right away, you can get the peppermint. Like you can smell peppermint right away, mixed with some other things in there, and then it slowly starts to change on you.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that tar note is.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when I think of tar, I think of like tarmac or like asphalt.
Yeah.
So I think of that like that burning tar smell that people like if they're redoing the road, you smell that. So that's what I'm thinking of tar. They might be thinking of a different type of tar, like tar you get in cigarettes, and that might be what they're smelling. I don't know what that smells like.
I don't know. I don't think it doesn't smell like tar to me, but there's a harshness to it over the top that would be reminiscent of tar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's in the background, just giving it kind of a punch. I know what you think. Or what you're saying. I don't smell like a industrial kind of.
Yeah.
But there's something that's kind of like, bang! It smacks you in the nose a little bit when you sniff it, you know. So.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do get that as well. To me, whenever I first sprayed this, it smells like vitamins. To me, like when you open like Flintstones vitamins.
Yes.
Kind of has that like that bitter powdery quality almost.
Mineral.
Yeah. Kind of smells like that to me. This does smell similar to Angel in a way. Angel has a lot more notes and it doesn't have that harshness to it.
Yeah.
But it is kind of a similar type of idea, which is a gourmand with chocolate and caramel and vanilla and patchouli.
It's very similar to me.
Yeah. But obviously this one has more balls. I mean, obviously it's a man's fragrance, so I mean it's going to have. That's right. The dry down on this is sublime.
It's one of the best dry downs in the biz.
Absolutely is the best one. The musk comes up. It mingles with the coffee, vanilla, and the chocolate, and it kind of makes it like a dark chocolate smell.
Yeah.
In the dry down, with kind of a milky type feel to it. I've heard some people say that it kind of smells like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
And I don't smell chocolate milk, but I see what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of a milky type of dark chocolate almost.
There's different times I wear it. It smells different to me in the dry down. I get different things. It is a very complex fragrance.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's not perfect to me, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a hefty portion of patchouli in this, and that is to me my biggest quibble with this fragrance is there's probably too much patchouli.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge patchouli fan. I don't think I hate patchouli, but to me sometimes if I can smell the patchouli, it detracts from the fragrance.
Yeah, to me it reminds me of hippies.
Yeah.
Hippies and kind of like this, I don't know, lifestyle that I'm not in tune with. I don't know. It's something that just clashes with me on some level.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's because your hair is too short.
There it is. Anti-patchouli. I don't know. There's something about about this fragrance. There's so many reasons I like it, but there's something, and it's hard for me to put my finger on, that I don't like about it.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with that heavy punch in the opening. When I wear it, even if I don't wear much, it's very strong to me. Almost borderline cloying.
Yeah.
So I don't wear it a lot. I have to be in the mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, and it has to be cold for me. I can't do warm weather with Angel Men.
Yeah.
It'll choke me out, dude.
I can see that because, I mean, really, when the temperature changes just a little bit, it'll be like,
yeah.
The cloud comes back up again.
Puffs up. Just
That's right.
Like old pair of Reeboks.
Yeah.
Or whatever this brand was.
This develops a ton, and this is one of my favorite parts about Angel Men is that it is a lot like, some people say like there is niche quality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I understand exactly what they mean, but in a lot of niche fragrances, there is a certain development that occurs through the life of the fragrance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I really like about this, is that it changes so much through the fragrance. And then, it almost feels like you have to pay your dues to get to the end.
Yeah, that's right.
But when you get there, you're like, oh, I'm so glad I did.
Worth it.
Yeah, that's right.
That niche thing, a lot of times to me, the thing that distinguishes niche from designer, price notwithstanding, is weird smells.
Yeah.
Weird notes. Things that aren't mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily good. They're just weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. And on that level, Angel Man definitely is succeeding because it doesn't smell like anything else.
Yeah.
It's pushing the envelope a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. I get a lot of compliments with this. Even in the tar phase, which is the funniest part.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to take people's word for it on internet forums and through Facebook and stuff like that, you would think that this has the worst opening of any fragrance you've ever heard of.
Right.
But when you smell it, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And like I said, I get tons of compliments. This is probably my most complimented fragrance.
Wow.
That I own.
Wow. Okay.
And so I really like that. One time I wore this when it was raining, and I went to go to see my wife. My wife is a teacher, so I went to go see her one day. It was raining, and so some rain got on me. And then when I got back in the car, it smelled like Krispy Kreme donuts. And I guess it was just something it did with the notes or whatever. It must be the vanilla and stuff coming out, but it smelled amazing.
Winning.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
Gourmand indeed.
Yeah, that's right. I would say this is very sexy and manly and very sensual.
Yeah.
This is a very dark feel to it. Probably the darkest fragrance that I own. And to me, the color that it evokes every time I wear it is black.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is, it is very masculine, even though it's really close to Angel.
Yeah.
But to me, Angel's not a very feminine fragrance either.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're kind of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
So, bang for buck. It's $75 on FragranceNet for a 3.4 ounce.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a really good deal on ours.
There is a fragrance booth in the mall here in our town, and I wish I could remember their name in case they ever saw this. Very nice lady that works there who gave us a great deal, both of us, on the metal flask. I think we paid 65?
60 plus tax.
Yeah, 60 plus
tax.
tax.
Like 65.
And that runs 105, 110 for the metal flask. So we got a stellar deal. But I got to tell you, on almost any Thierry Mugler fragrance, I'm not going to argue about bang for buck.
Yeah.
I love them so much across the board. I pay MSRP.
Yeah,
I was very thankful for a good deal though.
Yeah, especially since like $75. Some of the newer fragrances that they're coming up with are $80, $90 for some of the limited releases. Yeah. And that is pushing the envelope to me for designer fragrance. But it's Thierry Mugler. Yeah. And it's like, in Thierry Mugler we trust. It's like, it's like we will always, you and I were like Thierry Mugler butt buddies. And
oh man.
we will always buy their stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you to the end, TM.
So $75, to me that's a great deal. Especially for a fragrance like this.
They all have they vary, but for the most part, they all have really good projection, really good longevity. You don't need many sprays to get the job done. So that increases the bang for the buck.
Absolutely.
Every time.
And of course, the development and everything about it. You might not like it. Mm-hmm. So if you don't like it, it is one of those love or hates, I think. But in either case, I still think the bang for buck is great. Yeah. Because it's really, really long lasting, and like you said, projects well. So you're going to get the most out of your juice that you can.
Absolutely.
So, Did you get many compliments out of this?
I really don't.
Really?
I really don't. But again, we've got to go back to the atmosphere in which I wear fragrances.
Yeah.
It's mostly men who aren't really on board with my hobby, and then one female who doesn't like fragrances much at all.
What?
Miranda doesn't really like them that much. My wife really likes Angel Men because she likes fragrances.
And she likes Angel.
She wears Angel. It's really her signature fragrance. So I think it could garner more compliments if I was in the right setting.
Yeah.
Garner?
I don't know. Could be.
Gardener. It could garden more compliments for me.
That's right.
Whatever. Anyway.
Compliments, like I said before, this is probably one of my most complimented fragrance that I own.
Yeah.
Every time I wear it, I just feel just like confident the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Not because it is a fragrance that evokes confidence, but because it's just one of those really warm, comforting fragrances to me that I know I'm going to love and I know I'm going to smell great.
Yeah.
So to me, it kind of gives me that extra push of confidence.
Sure.
And my wife really likes this too.
Awesome.
Which is really good. So that's always a plus.
Absolutely.
Final rating.
I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
To me, it's not perfect because of that harsh thing that pulls me away just a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's an excellent bang for the buck. It's very unique. It smells great. It's a beautiful presentation. You look at that bottle. I love the design of all these. So 4 out of 5.
Nice. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. Okay. All right. Tap out. This is one of my favorite fragrances. Probably one of my top 3 fragrances from Thierry Mugler.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I mean, everything I've said about it, can't say enough. Develops well, great performance.
Yeah.
Just a sexy scent.
Boom.
So, yeah.
It's really good.
Love it. 5 out of 5 for me.
Awesome, dude.
So that is it. Thanks, YouTube. Rate, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you think about this wonderful fragrance. We'll see you next week with another review for Thierry Mugler Anthology.
TMA.
TMA.
Loving it.
We'll see you later with the Fragrance Brothers.
Bye.
Bye.